conference matchup here. He's the boss. Number 23, Casey Folkerts, is going to be on the mound for Timothy Christian. As Grant Rojic is actually leading us off here today. He steps up to the plate. His on-base percentage has been super high. He's been doing a great job, as I mentioned. We'll see if he can get things rolling here for the Warriors early at this first at bat. Strike right down the middle. Almost exactly what Alex Bagley did. Good to start off with a strike. Sends that curve wide. Grant Rojic been super consistent. His on-base percentage is the highest on the team so far this year. And that's strike 2 here for Grant. Would love to see your leadoff hitter get on base here. Curve, and it's wide, and he's caught looking on that. Doesn't agree with the call. That's baseball sometimes. And I'm joined here with Mr. Hockett. He is the head of our sports broadcasting department. How you doing today, Mr. Hockett?
Derek, it's great to be here. I've spent all day setting this thing up, so I am happy to finally get a chance to just watch baseball.
Hudson Williams with a bunt, and it looks like he's going to dig that one out. Does a great job, and we got a man on base there. Great job by Hudson Williams. Puts himself on base in great position for our best hitter so far this season, Eric DeCosta.
Yeah, you don't see many bunts at the major league level these days, but this is a big part of the game in the high school.
For sure. We love having Hudson high in the order because he is great. He's great at bunting the ball. He's great at hitting singles, getting on base. And once he does get on base, he's pretty lethal on the bases. He probably runs them better than anyone on the team. And Hudson takes off to take second.
Yeah, pass ball there. A couple of times it's happened on that right side of the catcher.
Hudson Williams always been aggressive on the bases ever since me and him played travel ball when we were little. Folkerts makes a move on second, but Hudson's able to get back to the bag pretty easy there. Folkerts takes a look. DeCosta takes a strike there.
DeCosta having himself a pretty good season this year.
Real good season.
Not just, of course, at the plate, but on the mound.
Yep.
DeCosta, a transfer from Wheaton-Warrenville South, I think?
Yeah. Yeah, Wheaton South. Been a huge addition to the team. Like you said, he's done great on both offensively and defensively. It's great to have a big target at first base. It's helped us a lot. DeCosta barrels up on that.
Boy, I haven't seen a shot against the back fence like that for a while. Stand-up double.
Stand-up double. Scores a runner. That's another RBI for DeCosta. That'll be his 16th on the year.
Well, and how big is Hudson's bunt? Just doing anything he can to get on base, knowing who's behind him, right?
It's huge. It's definitely a great move by Coach. Whether he called it or Hudson decided to do it himself. Hudson's a high IQ guy for the Warriors, so he might have decided to take a bunt there and got on base, got a run early, and the Warriors are up 1-0.
Got Andy Roman up to the plate now, catcher for the Warriors. I mean, maybe you couldn't tell by looking at him, but Andy can bomb it, can't he?
He's a power
Wind's
hitter.
going out today.
It is. Wind's going out. Andy has taken advantage of that in the past. Hit a bunch of homers last year. He's got 2 so far here on the season. He's able to take that low pitch, and it might score DaCosta. Coach holds him up at third base. Runs it first and third with Clegg up to bat. Clegg, a pretty consistent hitter, so this is a good spot for the Warriors early.
Yeah, I mean, with 1 out, we're not going to try and push it. Give the Warriors a chance to just move the runners around. Clegg coming up. But Roman, that's his 6th single on the year. To put it in comparison, he's got 2 home runs on the year. So he usually stripes the ball.
Yep.
But got contact, pushed the guy over, did a great job. This is the one time we're not going to hear Will Clegg talk much.
That is true. He's super vocal out on the field, which is great. Takes a strike there. Great pitch from Folkerts for Timothy.
Got signs being given by head coach Justin Swider there on the third base side, assisted by Coach Mike Swider on the first base side. Just clears Hawthorne. Cars are safe. Every time I drive down with a baseball game, I'm a little bit leery.
Luckily, the direction I come from, I don't have to drive down there, so I get saved. But I've seen some balls hit cars over here, and it's not pretty all the time. High curve there. Clegg fouls back. We got Jacob York on deck. Two strikes here for Clegg.
Great job staying alive there. Reaches out. Choking up on the bat a little bit with 2 strikes. Looked like runner was on the move.
Yep.
Think they call a hit and run there.
Yep. Pinch runner Jacob Carlson is out there. He is definitely looking to steal, especially with first and third. Because if they did throw, which usually they won't, then DaCosta has opportunity to get home.
That's outside.
They do throw.
Yeah.
And they got him on that. DaCosta looks like he maybe wasn't ready to go. Usually the pitcher will pick that one off, but he didn't there, let it go through, and they caught Carlson on that one.
Well, in this situation, it looked like Carlson came up just a little bit short of the base in the first place. But if he knows he's going to be thrown out, maybe he stalls a little bit longer on the base path to give DaCosta a chance to get down. But wisely held off. But now they're in a 2-strike, 2-out situation. DaCosta's on third.
DaCosta on third. So any swing, he's going.
Clegg's been battling this off. He has 0 balls on this at bat, so everything's been a strike so far. You know what? I think that's a second ball. I thought they called the first ball on the steal attempt. So we'll see if they adjust that at all on the scoreboard.
Get down. Timothy's able to keep that one in, but the Warriors were able to get that 1 run on the board, which is always nice to start off. And we're going to head to the top of the second here. Bagley's back on the mound. Bagley back on the mound for the Warriors. For Timothy, we're getting to the bottom of the lineup here. 6, 7, and 8 up first.
If you're just tuning in, we apologize for our technical difficulties at the beginning. But, of course, as Derek had mentioned earlier, this is our first live stream of the year for baseball. It would be nice to have a press box back here, Derek.
Would be nice. Maybe that's an investment for the future. Bagley coming out aggressive with the curveball right there, a little bit high.
I was here pretty early, right after school. Bagley.
Ooh, that
Ball
looked pretty
two.
good from behind.
Good take. Bagley spends a good chunk of time warming up, stretching out. He's got a routine like many pitchers, and he stays away from everybody.
Yeah, he does. He gets locked in. He's listening to his music. He's doing his own stuff, and it's been working so far this year. He's been pitching great.
So if it stops working, do you change the routine or you believe in that routine? Ooh.
That goes flying there. I'll come back to the question in a second. But no, I think Bagley sticks to it. There's always superstitions involved, especially with baseball.
Exactly.
But if he's got a routine that works, even if it doesn't work for a couple games, I'm sure he'll stick with it. Room Keebles.
I'm not sure he had room.
I
That's
don't know.
definitely the direction I'm looking at the flag. The wind's pushing further
sure.
and further over. Yeah, Tober got a hold of it. He keeps that thing in play. He's got a chance.
I love Bagley's urgency on the mound. He doesn't mess around. He gets right back into his windup fast, and you got really no time to mentally prepare while you're in the box as a batter.
Seems like Roman went out wanting to say something he couldn't say behind home plate, of course, to Bags. Let's see if it matters.
And it's a beauty right there. Some good movement on that ball from Alex Bagley, and that's another strikeout.
Yeah, frozen with the curve. Tober just watched it all the way down. I think he was sitting on fastball the whole time.
Yep.
Bag missed on a curve earlier, so maybe he's relying on that. Comes right back with a low strike.
Andy with a miscue there, but it's all good. No one's on base. Ethan Monk is up to bat for Timothy Christian. That was a beautiful pitch right there from Alex Bagley. Curve on the inside.
Yeah, Monk fouls it back. We can't go the whole game without talking about Timothy Christian and basketball at some point, and specifically what happened in the NCAA tournament. Strike 3 is called again, watching it.
And there's back-to-back strikeouts looking there. Alex Bagley, he's in a rhythm now. He's in a groove. A couple guys barreled up in the first inning, but he obviously took that to heart, and he's come out with a different mindset here in the second. He's right back on the mound, ready to pitch.
Whew, a little chin music there. Well, honestly, Bagley was throwing a lot of stuff outside, so maybe just trying to go a little bit inside. It was a little high.
He paints the inside again, but he gets him swinging.
That's why I don't play baseball, Derek. That ball coming at your face, man. Whew.
Right back to the inside, gets him there.
Yeah.
2 strikes.
Turned out to be a really nice day out here today.
It did. Strikes out the side, Alex Bagley. 2 looking, 1 swinging. Great job there.
We'll rejoin you at the bottom of the second. Warriors up 1-0. Well, stepping up to the plate is one of your broadcasting counterparts here.
Yes, we were in the booth for every home football game this year. Jacob York is up to bat.
The Duke.
The Duke.
I don't hear it referenced as the Duke except right here on this field.
Yep. Paints the outside corner on that great pitch there.
You got a nickname, Derek?
Oof.
A good nickname?
Most of my friends just call me Debo. Some of them call me D Shiesty.
Mm.
There's a few.
Ooh, that was outside.
Catcher framed that very well.
Yeah.
He brought that back to the center quick.
Duke's looking back. I mean, you're just looking for consistency, right? So he's going to call it outside. You're going to lean in a little bit more. A little low. Yeah, those are good nicknames. I used to have a nickname in high school, Tank.
Yeah.
Man, I just rolled over everybody. I was a big boy. There's that frame again. You see that glove get pulled back a little?
He's doing a pretty good job framing it so far. He's loving the outside corner here. Let's see if York can do something. York takes one right between the shoulder blades.
You know, Jacob's batting .360 on the year. He did a nice job of staying alive. He got called on two tough strike calls there, held in, and then, of course, you know, that outside pitch made him come inside a little bit. He didn't lean in to take that. That thing came at him.
Yeah, that came straight for him. But he took it like a man, got the first quick. He got a nice lead off here. Bags looks to bunt. Shoots it up in the air. Takes the pitcher out. He falls over.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach looking at him here as he's stretching out. You know, you're playing in turf. A little different.
Mm-hmm.
Wants a pitch warm-up here, so looks like that's an agreement.
Bagley, Keeble, Swaney. So we've got up here for the Warriors with no outs. York is on first. He was taking a pretty aggressive lead. So we'll see if he tries to snag second.
Going back to York for a second, that's the first time he's been hit by a pitch this year. You could see him throw that bat a little bit.
Yeah, he was definitely upset. As I would be too if a 80-mile-an-hour fastball hit me right between the shoulder blades.
Yeah. I'll see if Coach Strider dials up the same thing with one strike. He's still got some flexibility.
Makes a move back to first. York able to get there.
Yeah, really nice.
Plenty of time.
Really nice throw, though. Yeah, that outside corner is going to be called all day.
Yeah, it's getting called early. We'll see if the ump tightens it up as the game goes along. But if the outside corner is getting called, they're going to keep going back at it, especially if we're getting caught looking like we are so far.
Folkerts looks like he's fine after taking the stumble. That's up. Gotta look at this tent. Nope, it's going to stay in. And you know what happened? That's the wind.
Yeah.
That thing just got blown right almost back into play.
For sure. Bagley chases the high heat there. That could be a lethal pitch with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and you could see where his hands are right there on the bat as he's choking up. He just didn't have the option of taking that pitch.
No. Lots of strikes thrown here from Timothy early.
Yeah, going to test our ability to hit. What a throw. I don't know if we're going to get a replay of that or not, but that was a gorgeous throw.
Yeah, that was a great throw. I thought York might have got back in time in there, but the ump calls him out. And we got 1 out now. 2 strikes here on Bagley. And just like that, quick turn of events here. Bags takes that pitch.
Yeah, you're right. Guy on first, nobody out, and now you're looking at Bags just struggling to get on.
There we go, Bags. Barrels up on that. Right to left field. But still nice to get a good barrel on the ball early.
Yeah, hit in the sweet spot, but just right at left fielder.
Brandon Keebles is up to bat here now. He was talking to me earlier, and he was like, I'm upset you're not going to be on the live streams for football. And I saw him right before the game, and I'm like, guess who's on the mic today, Keebles? So he sends that foul.
Almost in our territory.
Almost
if
in
it
our
comes at
territory.
you, I'll step out so you can showcase your skills. As long as you cross over and put it through your legs before you hand it back. You don't know much. Derek Schlembecker, member of our basketball team. Great season this year, Derek.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
fun.
it was a fun one. We definitely brought more energy to WA basketball than there has been in the past couple of years, and it was fun to do it with the group of guys that we had,
Yeah, Coach Smith in his first year too.
for sure.
Assume that gave you a newfound energy. Staying alive.
He's loving Hawthorne here early.
Oh,
Sends that into the backyard of someone.
that's the second backyard ball now.
They'll find a gift later.
Used to have a neighbor that would not return these balls. I think he has moved, but Jacob Carlson doing his work.
High heat there, trying to get Keebles to chase. If we could turn over to the top of the order, that would be great. Get Grant Rozic, Hudson Williams back up. Keebles fights that one up center of the field, and he's able to beat that one out. Great speed from Keebles.
Yep, run hard. Don't know what's going to happen. Just a little bobble. So one guy on with 2 outs, but you do it again.
Yep.
Move him around.
Logan Swaney DHing for us today. Keebles takes a nice lead. See if Folkerts tries to make another move.
Again, the wind is going to cause it. Sun in the eyes. And Jake Armstrong with a leaping grab. You don't want that from the infield, but he did what it took to catch it.
Good snag there. They're able to get out of that inning without letting up any more runs. We'll be back with you guys at the top of the third. We're at the bottom of the order for the Timothy Christian Trojans. Steiner is up to bat. Bagley coming off a hot inning where he struck out the side. Caught 2 looking. We'll see if he tries to paint the outside corner a little bit. And he does just that. Uses the outside corner on that. Strike 1, and he's right back into his motion. Again, I love the urgency that he has on the mound. Right back to the outside corner. 2 strikes early.
Yeah, working fast, feeling it.
Back outside. And that's another Hawthorne ball.
Yeah, really challenging Steiner. Not throwing him a curve, just seeing if he can get it past him. Oh, he said it's warmed up. Nice and sunny day here on April the 6th. Monday, Thursday.
Another pitch to the outside. Hudson Williams to play at short. Great throw over to Eric DaCosta, who snags it.
Yeah, good snag. Good play by Hudson. Ball is a little slow roller, and Steiner for sure has the speed to get over there.
Yeah, he does. He was moving fast to get over there. And they're back to the top of the order here for Timothy Christian. Foy is up to bat. Money pitched right there with some movement on it from Alex Bagley.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting for Bags the second time through. They've seen what he's done the first time, so maybe he'll try and switch it up. Pitchings, I mean, in major leagues, they're not letting the pitcher pitch past 3 times each batter at this point because people know the game so well. There's analytics going on. I'm sure they've scouted Bagley.
For sure. He's pitched a lot, and he's pitched really well, so there's definitely scouting that's been able to be done. Puts it inside. Clegg tries to make a play on it, but it ends up in short left, and that's a single for the Trojans and for Foy. And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter, the ability to get on base.
Yeah, simple play for Gino Spinelli out there and left, but he played it well.
Montella, a lefty for the Trojans, up to bat now. Bagley hits him on the outside with that first strike. Tries to go back outside just a little bit too low there. Counts 1-1. Outside again. Andy tries to frame it. That one a little high. One before that a little low. I think he'll find the sweet spot here on this one. Checks the runner at first. There's a foul tip there. Again, using that outside corner even on the lefty. Pretty wide box here from the ump early.
Yeah. Great. Never was able to catch up. Kind of had that half swing there and brought it all the way around. Bagley with another strikeout.
Another strikeout for Bagley. Stayed on the outside corner, and it worked.
Jake Armstrong up to bat for Timothy Christian.
Not a huge lead from Foy over there at first base. You can see from Bagley, he's pretty good. Pickoff move is solid, quick, gets to the spot.
It's such an interesting game how Major League Baseball changed this game, and we'll see how it siphons down to high school. You're just not seeing the same fire over to first as you do
Nope.
anymore with 3 disengagements.
No, it's definitely changed, and as it does in most sports, at some point it does start to trickle down to college and then to high school and even Little League.
Yeah. You know, if the affordability's there, pitch clock, that's tough in high school.
Yeah.
But
there's a shot in the gap. York able to make it. Smart play, throws it to Hudson at second.
only needed the one out. Was moving in that direction in the first place. So Warriors with still a 1-point lead, 1-0 going into the bottom of the third. And a nice job. Who's up to bat for us as we look ahead?
I believe we turned the order over, and we got Rojic, Hudson, and DeCosta up to bat here. So just like Timothy was able to get to their leadoff hitter and then on, we're able to do that too.
Oh, since we're staying on the mic here for a second. Monday, Thursday. I talked to my class about this. I researched this. I didn't know what it meant. You know what it meant?
No.
Monday. How many times do we hear that in the name? So it's coming from Latin. Latin for mandato, which is mandate. And on Thursday, before Christ goes to Gethsemane, he's sitting down with his disciples, washes their feet, imparts this last message to them, which was, just as I've loved you, now you should love. I was telling my class, I think that's so interesting. If you're on your deathbed, and I'm not saying Christ is on his deathbed, but he knew this is like one of the last moments with his disciples, right?
Yeah.
What do you say as the last, most important message? And that most important message was love.
Just as I have loved you. Because
Exactly.
he was the perfect example of that love, especially tomorrow as we celebrate Good Friday, and him putting his life up on that cross for us, taking our sin on him. That's true love. That's real love. And if we're able to just have a little bit of that in our hearts, it would be a much better world. So
I am a big fan of the fact that we've got Timothy Christian Wheaton Academy, and I think we both we've got, the schools were founded on those principles. I know each person is different at the school, and we're working that relationship out, but what a great day.
Roger gets jammed there.
He hated it. Didn't
Yeah.
even want to run.
No.
Knew he had to.
He was just
Hoped
ahead
he'd
of
go
it.
foul.
He's been hitting great. He wants to attack the ball. He was just ahead of it there off the end of the bat.
Yeah, first up for the Warriors. Let me bring up Hudson Williams. First time at bat, he bunted it right down the line and was able to beat it out. Hudson batting .219 on the season.
Sends it to the left side of the infield. And that's a single. And the second time on base here for Hudson.
Yeah, I'd be shocked to think that Coach Swider called a swinging play for Hudson. He just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Now he's going to start giving signs. It's going to be a little different for DeCosta. Hudson, we'll see what he's dialing up.
Super aggressive on the bases. Hudson almost broke the single season record last year for bases stolen, if he didn't. And if he didn't last year, he will this year. So Hudson doing a great job on the bases, especially when he gets on there. He's taken one, at least two.
Yeah, Folkerts has looked over a couple of times. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to first here. Throws DeCosta a curve. He lays off, so it brings the count to 1-1.
Looked like he was moving that back heel up a little bit before he got into the stretch. We'll see if there's a balk warning here at all if he does it again. That's a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, clean pitch. Pitching. There's a skill, and then there's a skill inside the skill, right? Once the guy gets on base, you are not going out of the stretch anymore, right? You got to stay still.
Hudson with a big lead, able to get back in time, but you can see it now. Hudson's leading off that he wants to take second for sure. He's gone. Hudson takes off. Should get there in plenty of time. And he does.
Yeah, and DeCosta will lay off, too, on 2 strikes. So maybe a called steal, or maybe I would love to know. I'd love to just have a camera on that. Of course, we give away all our signs.
For sure. We would. Can't be doing that, but Nonetheless, great job by Hudson. Stealing second. He's in scoring position now with DaCosta, one of our best hitters, up to bat. Reaches on that. Hudson's going to get to third on the drop third strike, which is huge for Andy Roman getting up. If he can just get on base, and that's another run in for the Warriors.
Yeah, DaCosta was upset with the strikeout, but he could have stayed in the box, decided to run that out, and that was big.
It's huge. Andy Roman hit a single earlier. If he can put anything in play here, that should give Hudson an opportunity to score.
Run with 2 outs, or there isn't an option to move him over. He's just going to have to make contact.
Another great job there by the catcher for Timothy, framing that ball. That's Tober behind the plate for them. That one just a little too far outside.
The umpire almost specifically used a hand gesture to say outside to the Timothy fans. Loving that pitch. It was in a great spot.
Curve there. Andy takes that one into a backyard, I believe.
Never saw it land.
Here Coach Swider screaming ball in play from third. That's all they got to do here. High and outside on that. Great take from Andy. 2-2 here for Roman. It's a high curve on that. Sends it off the net. Another foul ball. Staying alive for Andy here.
I want to thank our viewers for tuning in today. Again, we got started off with a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we're up and running here. Lacrosse practicing in the background.
Coming off a big win against Glenbard West.
Let's talk about them at the top of the 4th. How about it, Derek?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Andy Roman coming out here at the end of warm-ups because, of course, he made the last out. It's been a while. Played in Little League, but I played catcher, and that was always annoying.
Yep.
When you're the last person to make the out.
You gotta put those pads on quick.
Top of the fourth here. Warriors up 1-0 on Timothy Christian.
Bagley starts off right where he left off, and
Yeah, shot over to Duke, and Jacob's been making some great plays at second.
he's been doing a great job at second. Before you hopped on, I was talking about the middle infield and how strong that is with Hudson Williams and Jacob. The Duke there at second. Hudson Williams is deciding where he's going to end up in college right now. He's got some D1 looks, a lot of D1 interest. Xavier has offered him, and that's one of his favorites right now. But Wheaton College is also on the top of his list. Him and Alex Bagley, who is on the mound and just threw a strike, are best friends, have been since freshman year, and I'm sure they would love to go play college ball together.
Yeah, I always loved it just in video classes when someone from video pursued it at the college level, inspires the program, moves the program forward, culture forward. So to get these guys shot out to center field and made it look easy out there. Yeah, to get these guys in college and gives those young guys something to shoot for. Talked about lacrosse.
Plenty of guys going to college for
Yes.
lacrosse.
Well, number 1 in state
Yep.
right now. Proved it, beating number 5 in state last night, Elmwood West.
It's another strike from Bagley. Knocked off Bennett earlier in the year. They're top. I believe they were 13 in state at the time.
Yeah, believe it or not, Andrew's top 10, and we beat them 26-2.
Yep. There's another shot to center.
Don't hit our camera. Ooh, man, that's deep. Well played there.
1, 2, 3.
Warriors go quick. Let's stay on the mic on this half inning. Yeah, lacrosse is doing well. We'll be live streaming a game next week, I believe, for lacrosse again.
Yep.
And against Lake Forest, they're playing everybody that's the top dogs in state, and that's because everyone wants to play them.
Yep. And not just the in-state teams that are good, but I was talking to Mr. Wiseborn, and they got a number 2 team in Michigan that they're going to play. They come here in a couple weeks. Top 5 team in Indiana's coming here. So there's definitely a tough schedule, but, I mean, if it does anything, it sets you up great for playoffs and the competition that we're going to face here.
Yeah, I've talked to a number of players, and they said don't announce that we're number 1. You know, they want to be low key.
Yeah.
It's hard being number 1. Everyone's coming after you. You know, I talked to Weisenborn. It's just more fun to be an underdog.
Yep.
1's great, but you got a lot of pressure you're sitting on. You got to keep that ranking. We were 1 last year for a bit and then lost that ranking, and it doesn't matter what the ranking is. Clearly in March Madness, 1s didn't matter.
Speaking
Nice.
of,
Yeah. Oh,
those
let's go
seeds not
back.
mattering, Furman was able to knock off Virginia in the first round, and Timothy's own Ben Vanderwall was a freshman on that Furman team and played big minutes for them this year.
Yeah, I contributed. I mean, it's not only challenging to get to D1, but to then be a freshman and play D1, you got to have something that you're bringing to the table with a lineup that's only showcasing 5 guys. Yeah, baseball's got 9, soccer's got 11, football's got 11.
Especially at a mid-major where a lot of the guys aren't one-and-dones. It's even harder to assert yourself as a guy that's going to play big minutes, and I was able to watch a couple Furman games, especially down the stretch as they got into their SoCon tournament, and he was down. He was in the game at the end of the game. He didn't start, but he was one of those guys on the floor in crunch time, and he's going to have a great career there for Furman. Two strikes on Clegg. Tips that right into the catcher's mitt.
Yeah, we'll see if he can stay alive. It's hard to believe the deciding run so far in the game was Hudson's bunt with DaCosta moving him over.
Clegg with a lot of foul balls here early, but he's swinging aggressive. I like it. He's keeping himself alive, and he's keeping Hawthorne active early.
Yeah. Vanderwall was quite a player in high school, wasn't he?
Poof. Yeah, he's yeah, you can. There's certain guys that you play against, and you're just like, yeah, that guy's a stud. Is Clegg sends a shot right up the left field line. He's gonna take two standing on that. It's a great way to start off the inning. Gives us a little dance there from second.
Yeah, I don't want to replay that dance. Oh, what did I just see, Clegg?
He's a character. A runner in scoring position. The Duke is up to bat.
Yeah, Warriors doing a nice job this season. Going to be playing 2A in the regionals, sectionals, and the state tournament. So they're going to have to play good competition. Timothy's one of those teams. Timothy's been going downstate the last couple of years.
I think this is definitely a group that has been around for a while. A lot of these kids have played up when they were sophomores, and then had last year, especially Bagley, Roman, Rojic, Williams. There's a lot of guys that have experience, and this is a group that could definitely take us pretty far.
Yeah, you throw DeCosta in there, who's anchored a lot of the lineup. Big bats, and we got the pitching.
That's the big key. To have an ace like Bagley on the mound who's done nothing but throw strikes so far this year. And then Williams, who can come in and save. DeCasa's been throwing great. Rojic's had a great year on the mound so far.
Pop up, foul ball behind the plate. Finds another backyard. I heard Swider say, "Come on, York." I didn't see Swider. It looked like he went into the dugout for an extra ball.
High curve there. Volkert struggling a little bit here early. Threw some strikes against Clegg, but 3-1 here on York. See if he throws him down the middle and York can take it. Good pitch. York swinging out of his shoes. He wants it.
Yeah, half of that statement was correct. He did take him down the middle, but York couldn't grab it. Kept the ball just low enough. Foul tip strike into the mitt.
Bags is up to bat. Someone who's had some really, really good stretches as a hitter, especially last year and even this year.
Folkerts Tober, Bagley Roman, both doing a great job as pitcher catchers here today. Looked like they may have called him holding up.
They called him safe on that.
Yep.
Looked like he went, but the Warriors will definitely take that. Timothy not happy about that one.
No, we don't have the replay down the line. I don't want to show it either way. Bagley staying composed. It's tough when one side is jeering here.
That's something that Bagley does great, especially as a pitcher. Being as good as he is, you have to be able to stay composed on the mound, and that obviously carries over to him in the box and what he does while he's hitting.
Well, that call really threw Folkerts off.
Yep.
He hasn't been close here these last two pitches. We'll see if he tries to get back on track with something easy.
Takes a look at Clegg at second.
A rare inside strike call on Bagley. Bagley's got some room to work with. 3-1 the count here. little chatter behind home plate was about what the ball and strike count were.
Low and inside, but they call it a strike there. It's a full count here for Bagley. This would be big for the Warriors. Clegg in scoring position. If Bagley can send it out to right, it'll give Clegg a good opportunity to get in home. Just like Bags has been striking them out. He strikes out there in the box, but we do have Keebles coming up, who beat out infield grounder to first on his last one. If he could get on base, that would be huge.
Tober keeps talking to the umpire about a couple of these calls, trying to get an understanding of why he's making them. But Folkerts did a nice job, down 3-0 in the count. Battle all the way back, struck out Bags. Tober tried to keep that ball up as much as he could, but that was a low curve down on the ground. Keeble is one of the many multi-sport athletes, huh?
Yeah, heck of a football player, offensively and defensively, especially defensively. I mean, tons of tackles this year, tons of big plays. He had more tackles his freshman year, actually, but his big play meter was definitely higher this year. Paints the outside corner. Might have painted outside the outside corner, but the ump calls it a strike.
A threat of the ball. Keeves leaning over. May have been a ball, but too close, especially as the outside corner's been getting called. So stays alive at that punch. 2 strikes. See if Clegg can get a little bit of a lead. Second baseman crouching over there.
Fights that one off, able to stay alive again. Counts 1-2. Keeble's definitely at the disadvantage so far in this count. Shot through the gap. He sends Clegg. Throw comes home. Clegg's down.
Oh, he's in there.
He's in and he's safe. Gets under the tag. Great job by Clegg.
Look at this.
And Keebles is at
Keebles
third.
takes third as everybody is looking down on the ground. Folkert's not happy with that, taking third either. Right call, I thought. Clegg
Right
got
call.
down underneath
he got
the
down
tag.
Under. Perfect slide. And Keebles, obviously, he was motoring. He read what was happening behind home plate. And Keebles actually hit an inside the park home run while they were in Georgia, something that does not happen a lot in baseball. They were playing at turf fields out there, and he was able to find a gap in the outfield. That ball kept rolling, and he used his speed to get all the way around and come home. And that's big for the Warriors to go up 2-0 in a game that hasn't had a lot of runs. Swaney's up to bat now. We'll see what Swaney can do. Keebles at perfect scoring position at third.
Good call by Swider. Clegg really trucked around that base. Ball shot through the gap as you called it, but I mean, that thing had some heat on it, so it got out to the outfield pretty fast. Clegg had to move.
See if that can get a rally here started for the Warriors. When they get hot, they get hot. Good shot by Swaney. Put a snag there at third, right to the third baseman.
Swaney with a yell. All right, well, Warriors with a 2-0 lead. A little over halfway done. See if they can maintain this and how far Bags can go in this lineup. We'll rejoin you in just a little bit.
And we're back. Bagley starts off with a strike there. Looked a little high, but again, they pretty big box here so far, so Bagley obviously using that to his advantage. He's able to paint the corners well. Roman frames that one great. And that's 2 strikes early.
Taylor, not much in swinging here yet. Coming right at us.
That might have got you.
Andy Roman's brother is right in front of me, and we both wins. I don't know why he would have taken it for me. I guess.
See if Bagley can finish him off here.
Clegg's gonna have to make a play. Scoops it up, fires over.
Got him. The Warriors will throw it around. First out there. If Bagley can limit his pitches and stay on the mound for as long as possible, that'd be huge for the Warriors. He has pitched a full game so far this year. That was a big win for them. And like I said, he's just doing a great job on the mound so far this year.
Montella up to bat for the Trojans. And we're going to assume it's Montella. There are 2 15s. So, although you have our lineup card, don't you?
This is Luke. This is Luke Canada.
Luke Canada.
Luke Canada is up. That one definitely outside from Bagley. But again, I like the fact that he's trying to paint the outside corner, especially with what the ump has been calling so far. Throws that one down the middle. Fouls that one off for the 2nd strike. See if Canada can get on base here for the Trojans. It would be big. Not a lot of runs so far in this game. Warriors are up 2-0, so if they can get something going here, that'd be huge.
Look how fast Bags is ready in the gun.
I love it. Super sense of urgency. He doesn't mess around. He's all business.
If you want to match the style with a pitcher for the major leagues, Scherzer loves to do this.
Yep.
Get in, get set. As soon as the guy gets set in the box, he's going to fire.
And it's been working for him. He's had a heck of a career.
Bags or Scherzer?
Both. all of the above.
Another strikeout by Bagley. Bringing up Samuel Chin. Bags finding a groove here in the 5th inning.
Threw that one right by him there. And again, he's right back into that motion. He's, yeah, like you said, he's finding a groove. There's another strike.
Yeah, couldn't lay off. Chin tried to check it. Okay, we'll see if he allows this. Yeah, clearly had to take a seat there. You're not allowed to argue balls and strikes, and the coach decided he wanted to.
So they'll send him back to the dugout. Another coach will come out for Timothy to coach third.
Well, it ended up being it wasn't an impactful call for Whedon Academy because, if you remember, Folkerts ended up striking him out.
Yeah.
But maybe a couple of extra pitches. You never know. Maybe just the mentality of it all.
For sure. Some high heat there from Bagley. That had some pop into Roman's glove. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Bagley in his motion. Whew. Dirty curveball right there. Man, Bagley doing a heck of a job. It's a mean strikeout right there. And he is owning the mound.
He had 2 innings left for Bags. It would be nice if we had an ongoing pitch count. We do not.
Definitely low though. He the first inning it was probably a little higher than we would have hoped, but since then he's been rolling through batters.
Warriors going to start with Grant Rojek coming back up to the plate. Grant, with 39 plate appearances, is getting on base a lot. He's batting .533.
Yeah. He's doing a great job. He's hitting with power. He might not have the frame that you would think could hit with power, but sent a few balls out of the park last year. Hasn't set one out this year so far, but definitely a matter of time before he does that. But super consistent. He's obviously in the leadoff spot for a reason.
Exactly, yeah.
Him and Hudson are 1 and 2 usually. Hudson usually 1, but they're moving him to second, which I think honestly is a better position for Hudson. He's able to move runners pretty well, and Rojic, his on-base percentage is obviously very high this year, and he's batting over 500, which is exactly what you want from someone who's leading you off. Looked like that could have been a strike. Catcher set up on the outside corner. They call a ball there. Good take from Rojic. Another good take from Rojic. 2-0 early.
Yeah, tight calls. They went Rojek's way. Good hitter. Gonna figure out how to stay ahead of this count.
That looked pretty similar to the first pitch, but they give that one a strike there. Rojic actually just committed to Grace College. He's going to continue playing baseball there.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, a lot of college baseball players on this team, and he's one of them.
Grace College, the proud alma mater of
Mr. Eric Bowling.
Mr. Eric Bowling.
Saw
He's
him roaming
very
around early.
proud
Very proud.
of that
He's got that Lancers mug every time I walk into psych class. He's holding that Lancers mug with coffee, and yeah, super proud.
That's good.
It's a great school in Winona Lake, beautiful campus. Visited there myself, and a great baseball program that I think Grant will probably have an impact on right away.
Well, it's sometimes fun to go a little bit lower than you could.
Yeah.
Because you could be a little bit higher in that lineup.
For sure. Great take from Rojic, and he gets on base. Exactly what we want. A good AB there.
Yeah, I saw Folkerts knew it got away from him a little bit right away. That high and inside part of the plate. He does not, he hit Duke with that ball. He does not hit that zone.
No, he has not looked to go inside, and actually just got a text from my dad. 66 pitches through 5 for Bags, that's great.
Yes, it is.
Hudson tries to bunt again.
Ooh, I think that went off the toe of Tober. Let's see him shake that off.
The toe of Tober.
Exactly.
It's like a haiku. But no, that was great. And 66 pitches through 5 is great for Bags. It's a huge AB here for Hudson. Has lacked some of that consistency so far this year from in the box, but I definitely feel like he's going to start turning it on here. He's already had a great day so far. Hopefully that gets him rolling. Rojic with a nice lead at first. He's pretty quick on the bases too.
Looked like Hudson made up his mind the whole time. That ball is trailing down. That's a tough one to bunt.
Yeah, it is for sure. 2 strikes now on Hudson. Time for him to choke up on the bat a little bit and just get this ball in play.
As you said it, Swider yells out, ball in play, ball in play. Takes that outside pitch. That's tough to lay off on. That, you know, that is really close to the zone umpire's been calling strikes on. And he couldn't lay off that.
Chases that to the outside, but again, they've been calling that all day. Can't lay off of it, and we got DaCosta up now.
Yeah, only 1 out. Rojek got some speed on first if they want to send him. Well, Tober makes that move over to first again.
Tober's got an arm. He gets it there fast. Nice pitch there. DaCosta knew it.
We got a lot of phones and video devices capturing this game here today, Derek. If something happens to our live stream, we'll just get everybody else's. Let's see what the situation is.
Some confusion here. The count is 1-1. He's called the ball and he's called a strike. But the ump from behind the plate is saying it's 0-2. Tries to frame that. 1-2 now. Oh, he sat on that ball, DaCosta.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to hold off on that. That was really inside. Did a nice job of holding back as long as he could, but just a little ahead of it. Pulled that foul. Still 1-2. Just 1 out here. Rojek on first.
Folkerts makes a move. Rojic able to get back. Plenty of time.
Rojek's got that sliding glove on his hand.
Yep.
Pretty popular right now.
DaCosta, that's able to get down. Rojic's going to go to third.
Yep, and
Little
then
fumble.
Take it easy. Yep, great at bat by DaCosta. Rojek was running the whole time. But really, DaCosta kind of been given an extra strike. And a nice fight back there.
So first and third now with one of the guys that can bring these dudes home with one swing of the bat.
Okay, I'm game. Aim for that truck over there. That shouldn't be parked there.
If anyone can hit that, it's definitely Andy.
Ooh.
Don't turn a double. And he's able to get there.
Yes,
Run gets in.
sir.
He beats it out.
Tough play.
Infielder's choice. They go to second. And we got Clegg up now with 2 outs.
Yeah, RBI there for Andy again. Making contact. See what's going on here. Maybe trying to argue some interference or something.
Andy will take a courtesy runner. Jacob Carlson back out there for him.
Umpires having a discussion after Timothy Christian, assistant coach, came over. They discussed things. I'm not exactly sure what they're discussing, but they did call him safe, and I think the call was probably maybe. Well, I don't know what we're looking at here now. It's all about the slide.
Yep.
Oh, Warriors grab an extra run here on the Roman RBI. Outside pitch called a strike.
Outside pitch. Clegg probably looking to take this thing to right field. Got to lay back a little bit. See if he can do it. That one's in the dirt. Carl's going to go to second. He's standing.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get an extra run here.
Runner in scoring position now. Clegg, if he gets a barrel on it, he can definitely take the ball out to the outfield.
Well, with Carlson's speed, single will do it.
Yeah, just got to find a gap in the infield. If he can take it to right, the right side of the field is with Carl on second now, puts pressure on the second baseman to kind of hang around a little bit more.
Boy, Clegg fires that thing, finds the back of the center field, stand-up double, and maybe uses the wind a little bit, but oh man, another double by Clegg means another little second base dance.
Another double, another dance from Clegg. Having himself a great day so far.
We'll call it a dance. We won't explain the dance. You got to come to a game to go see that one. Looks like that's going to be doing it. That's all for Folkerts here today. So Warriors do a nice job of extending this lead. For a while, it was just Folkerts Bagley back and forth. Warriors finding a little groove here in the 4th and 5th inning.
Southpaw on the mound here for Timothy.
Take this moment to thank our crew, Alex Harris, John Hugbritz, Noah Rich Creek on our cameras here today.
Noah Rich.
You know him well. All a part of the sports broadcasting class. Well, Alex Harris, not a part of it. Carter Klassen on graphics. Kate Johnston as TD here today. Well, the sun was a little stronger at the beginning of this game.
For sure.
I can feel it disappearing quickly. People are starting to shiver a bit. You're fine in your shorts for some reason.
I wouldn't say I'm fine, Mr. Hockett. It's the breeze is definitely getting to me a little bit here, but I gotta act like I'm fine. So if I chose to wear shorts, I gotta play it off that I'm okay. Lefty on the mound, a different look for the Warriors. See if that has any impact on how they've been hitting the ball. The Duke is up first. Runner in scoring position. We'll see what he can do. 4-0 here. Warriors are up.
Chin doing something that few have done so far, which is fired on in the inside corner with precision on his first pitch.
Lefty curve, which is nice. I was a lefty myself. Still am a lefty. Haven't changed. But when I did play baseball, it was nice on the mound when you had a righty batter. You could play that outside corner with the curve. And it looks like that's what Timothy is doing here.
Oh, don't hit this car. Warrior baseball field sitting right alongside of Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's got a few shout-outs today.
Hawthorne and Prince Crossing. Right across from Hawthorne are a bunch of houses. And one of the streets is Campbell back there. And it's named for the old Campbell's mushroom factory that used to be in place of those houses.
I did not know that, Mr. Hackett.
I did, because on this very baseball field used to be a soccer field, and I played goalie and just stood there and smelled all the manure as it blew over. It was a pretty bad smell for a long time.
It's a great pitch there. York able to foul it off.
Yep, make great contact, little slow on it. Push that thing down the first base sideline.
A big AB here for the Duke. We'll see what he can do. 2-2 is the count.
Three-two, Coach Swiderism coming out there. A believe in yourself comment, and Jacob York going to first. See what Swider does as York goes down the line. I love Coach Swider.
Me too.
Coach Justin Swider, Coach Mike Swider. But Mike Swider, retired head football coach over there for the Crusaders of Wheaton College for a long time. It's Bagley up to bat here. But retired, but never wanted to give up his impact on this world. Does a great job of coaching their young men here at Wheaton Academy. Bagley gets out of the way of that inside pitch by Chin. Tober just talks right out loud to Chin, says slow down, throw strikes.
And he did just that.
What he did, yep. Game is slowed down because this inning is slowed down. Straight up out of play behind home plate. Found a backyard. Might see Jacob Carlson come out here in a second again. Boy, a little hitch move by Chin got him on the strikeout.
Bagley not happy about that. But the nice thing is he gets to go right back out on the mound.
worth it, Andy. Good crowd base here today, both sides.
Yeah, both sides. We've got Brad Byrne, our AD, out here. But definitely a good amount of fans, good baseball game, a little bit of a rivalry for sure. In pretty much all sports across the board, soccer and basketball, I would say more so than anything.
Yeah, we were saying earlier that girls soccer is playing an early game.
Yes, over at Hinsdale Central. Bagley came out after that strikeout in his first pitch. That was, could have been clocking close to 90. He threw that a lot harder. He was not happy, but great pitch there.
Yes, sir. That inning took a while. If anything, even though
Bagley's gonna make a play. Gets him out at first. Great
Yes,
job
sir.
by Bagley. Bagley stoic, composed, right back to the mound, and he's ready to pitch right away. And that was the top of the order here. Foy up to bat. Foy was up to bat. Montella is now.
yeah, big out.
Overthrew that one a little bit. But again, into the sixth, Bagley, 70 pitches under that. Doing a great job keeping the pitch count low. That had some juice on it there.
Yeah, if Foy can get a hold of this, wind's pushing out, deep right. I would go in his favor. Plenty of room out there. Ball on the outside corner.
York gonna make a play. DaCosta makes the play. Bagley right over to first. And that's 2 outs just like that.
Bagley did a great job of hustling over right away. Yep. Coach Swider really loud, telling them great job. Not an easy play for a pitcher.
Super smart play.
Should be automatic. They practice it a lot, but
Yep. And just like that, before we can even stop talking, Bagley's throwing another pitch. And another strike.
yep. If this game's been extended, it's not because of Bagley.
That's for sure.
1-1 the count here.
High heat there. Fouls it off. Andy takes that one pretty hard. He'll be all right, though. Walk it off. Counts 1 and 2. And a chance to go 1, 2, 3 again here for Bagley.
Catchers are tough breeds.
Yep. Yes, they are. Inside there.
Yeah, almost framed well by Roman. He did his job.
Bagley right back on the mound. We got Osterholm warming up in the bullpen. And another strikeout for Bagley. Man, he's doing an awesome job. He flipped the switch after that first inning, and he has come out to prove a point for sure. Still no runs on the board for Timothy Christian. Warriors are up 4-0. could be a big inning and an inning where they could put this game away if it hasn't already been put away. Keebles is going to lead off the Warriors here. Keebles, Swaney, and then back to the top of the order with Grant Rojic.
Well, Chin on the mound. Did a nice job coming in relief of Folkerts. Folkerts did a nice job. Just ran out of steam there in the bottom of the 5th. And to the Warriors' credits, the bats have been moving the whole time.
Inside there. Again, tough angle coming from a lefty. You can't really tell if it's that inside or not, so Keebles able to move out of the way just at the end there.
Right off the helmet of Tober. He gives us a big yawn. Stretch out his neck. That thing coming at you. Plenty of guard, but that doesn't help the ricochet.
Like you said, Chin doing a good job. He's throwing strikes, which is huge. Ever since Tober took that second to tell him to slow down and just focus on strikes, not trying to overthrow, he's been doing a great job.
Yeah.
That's a nasty curve there.
Looked like they called a check swing. Ball got loose from the catcher. Tober fighter over to first for that out.
Logan Swaney up to bat now. Throws that one in the dirt.
Logan bringing the energy every time.
Always. Swaney's got some power if he can get a hang of the ball. Swaney, another member of that pitching cast that we've got this year. Swaney throws some gas from on the mound. Chin tries to hit the outside corner with that curve.
Yeah, a little backdoor curve there. Almost worked. Tober always great in framing it. And that was a good pitch. Swaney's bat bouncing around. You can tell Swaney loves to play.
For sure. He's like a firecracker when he's in there. It's a nasty pitch there from Chin. A lot of movement. They're going to call it a ball, and we got a full count here for Swaney. And that's 2 in a row where he gets a good piece of the ball just right to the third baseman.
Yeah, Miles Foy, Robin Swaney on both opportunities for maybe a multi-base hit there.
That's probably 2 doubles because Swaney can get around the bases too.
Brings us up to the top of the lineup. Grant Rojic back up for the 4th time.
Again, that's that angle from the lefty pitcher that sometimes it's hard to get a read on. He does a great job there. And Chin taking a card from Bagley's book, getting right back on the mound. He's ready to go. Some nice tail on that ball from Chin.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th. Chin's going to the dugout a little prematurely as the umpire calls ball 2.
Yeah, that one just a little bit outside the zone. Rojic stays alive, fouls that one back.
Yeah, Chin's got a little antsiness to himself every once in a while. I think Tober does a nice job behind home plate controlling
sure.
the situation here.
Fights that one off. Rojic stays alive. Counts 2-2. But Chin doing a great job. Definitely brought a spark and some energy that is much needed here for Timothy.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Foul tip caught by Tober. So Warriors going into the top of the 7th, holding on to a 4-0 lead. And none other but number 9 coming to the mound one last time. See if Bagley can finish this game on his own for a complete game shutout. Bagley on the mound. Andy Roman behind home plate doing a nice job. Will Clegg at third, making a couple of great plays here today. Hudson Williams at short. The Duke getting some early action there at second base. Error-free baseball today. DaCosta on first.
And then Rojic and Spinelli holding down the outfield, doing a great job. Yeah, like you mentioned, York was active early in the infield. Hudson made a nice play. DaCosta's doing a good job over at first. And Bagley doing a great job on the mound as he starts the inning with a ball high there.
Keeble's out there in center field really hasn't seen much action.
No, he hasn't. Keeble's having a good day, though.
Wonder how he feels about that.
Get a little boring sometimes out there, but it's fun to watch watch your pitcher mow some guys down. And he's got a good angle on the pitches, too.
Speaking of pitcher, it's pitcher versus pitcher here. As Folkerts is up. He clearly has a good eye. 3-1 the count here. Trying to do anything he can to get on base.
See if Bagley can fight back. Throws one right down the gutter. And that's Keebles with the play there.
Yeah, that was Keebs there.
Rojic's in center.
Boy, with that setting sun, maybe made it a little easier as it's further down in the sky, but
For sure, he's got the sunglasses on.
see if he can
Right
get over
back
to this
out
one.
to him, uses that speed.
Boy, the second we said Keebles had no.
And we're one out away.
Excitement.
One
Pop it out to him one more time. Go ahead. Yeah, 1 out away from a complete game shutout by Bags.
Huge game for Bagley if he can put this one away here. Right back out to Keebles. Can he get there? That's going to be a double, maybe a triple if he can get the third. They're going to hold him off there.
Yes, sir. Well, I know we want to leave Bags out. I know Swider's pacing back and forth, but it has been good contact both times.
For sure.
3 times in a row, actually. We'll see if he changes the strategy. They've been hitting the fastball. Maybe start with a curveball outside.
Yeah, when in doubt, both sides have gone to that outside fastball, outside curve.
There's that curve down and low. Ethan Monk up to bat for the Trojans, trying to keep their game alive with 2 outs here. Bottom of or top of the 7th.
Great pitch there from Bagley. Right at the top of the zone, down the middle. Warriors not even worried about the runner on second. Strike inside. Foul tip, and we're one strike away from the complete game from Bags from the shutout. Andy with some energy behind the plate. Inside pitch, fouled it off. Jammed him there.
Really jammed him. Surprised it didn't hit his hands. I think Andy making some noise, trying to get in the batter's head here. Still got some wiggle room to work with.
Throws that one in the dirt.
Yeah, bounces it, but Roman, nice job blocking it there behind home. Hear the chatter from the coaches. Keeping the guy on second there. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. To keep the game alive.
And that's game right there. Bagley with a great way to end it. Strikes them out swinging. And just like that, a big conference win for the Warriors. That's 7 straight. And they're rolling right now. They're playing some great baseball, both sides, offense and defense, and Bagley continues to have a heck of a season.
Yeah, moved the Warriors 7-2-1 like you said. They came off 4 straight from their road trip to Georgia over spring break, and 2 straight as they're back home here. So appreciate you joining me on the mic here today.
Thank you for having me.
Great win by the Warriors. I want to thank my crew. Noah, John, Alex on the cameras, Carter on graphics. Kate Johnson is TD, and of course Derek Schlembecker
and you,
yours
Mr.
truly,
Hockett.
Matt Hockett on the mic. Thanks for joining us today. Tune into our live stream next week as the #1 team in state boys lacrosse faces off against York High School. We'll see you on the live stream. Good night.